YIC Yoga Instructor Course, Unit 1, Concept of Yoga. Let's come to the introduction. Yoga is becoming popular in all parts of the world. For the restless mind, it offers solace. For the sick, it is a boon. For the common man, it is the fashion of the day to keep him fit and handsome. Some use it for developing memory, intelligence, and creativity. With its multifold advantages, it is becoming a part of education. Specialists use it to unfold deeper layers of consciousness in their move towards perfection. Promotion of positive health is being muted by many who do not want to be the victims of modern elements. Yoga is playing a vital role in this aspect in the new millennium. A person appeared on a spacious dais with a long rope in his hand, drawing the attention of the curious audience. He threw one end of the rope, holding the other. The rope went swirling up and stood vertically quite unsupported in mid-air. The person using the vertical rope as a ladder climbed up effortlessly to reach the top and saluted the audience from his mid-air position. This rope trick cannot be called as yoga. This rope trick cannot be called as yoga. A long haired, half naked person was seen ready to enter a pit which measured 2 by 1 meters and had been dug specially for the demonstration. He entered into it, and then the top of the pit was totally covered, so that no air could pass in. The man remained inside for several days. He emerged out of the pit after a long stay, fresh and aged, with no symptoms of fatigue. This feat is called Bhugata Samadhi. He is a great yogi. The common folk think the demonstration of Bhugata Samadhi, Siddhis, magic, mantra, and tantra, etc. It what most people, even in India, associate with when they heard the term yoga. Next, the root of word yoga. The term yoga has its verbal root as yuj in Sanskrit. Sanskritam. Yuj means joining. Yujyate anena iti yogaha. Yujyate anena iti yogaha. Yoga is that which joins. What are the entities that are joined? In the traditional terminology, it is joining of the individual self, Jivatma, with the universal self, Paramatma. Jivatma with Paramatma. It is an expansion of the narrow, constricted, egoistic personality to an all pervasive, eternal, and blissful state of reality. Patanjali Yoga is one among the six systems of Indian philosophy known as Shad Darsanas. One of the great rishi, Patanjali, compiled the essential features and principles of yoga in the form of sutras, aphorisms, and made a vital contribution in the field of yoga. Nearly 5000 years ago, as dated by some famous Western historians. According to Patanjali, Yoga is a conscious process of gaining mastery over the mind. Yoga is a conscious process of gaining mastery over the mind. The scope of yoga as portrayed in Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads is far more comprehensive. As Swami Vivekananda puts it, it is a means of compressing one's evolution into a single life or a few months or even a few hours of one's bodily existence. As Swami Vivekananda puts it, it is a means of compressing one's evolution into a single life or a few months or even a few hours of one's bodily existence. In general, there is a growth process due to interactions with nature in all creation. But it may take thousands and millions of years for this natural growth. That is the long instinctive way in animals. Man endowed with discrimination power, conscious thinking faculty, the mind, buddhi, and well developed voluntary control systems aspires to accelerate his growth. Yoga is that systematic conscious process which can compress the process of man's growth greatly. Sri Aurobindo emphasizes that yoga is a methodological conscious effort towards self development of the potentialities latent in the individual. He emphasizes an all round personality development at the physical, mental, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual levels. It is a process by which the limitations and imperfections can be washed away, resulting in a superhuman race. Thus, yoga is a systematic process for accelerating the growth of a human being in his entirety. With this growth, man learns to live at higher states of consciousness. Key to this all around personality development and the growth is culturing of the mind. Let's come to the yoga definitions. As per Maharshi Patanjali, yoga, mastery over the mind. As mentioned earlier, Patanjali defines in his second Patanjali's aphorism, Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodha. By so controlling the mind, we reach our original state. Then the seer establishes himself in his casual state. Tadadrastu Swarupe Avasthanam. Tadadrastu Swarupe Avasthanam. This is the technique of mind control prescribed by Patanjali. Control involves two aspects: a power to concentrate on any desired subject or object, and a capacity to remain calm and quiet all the time. All of us have been developing the first aspect, namely concentration. Rarely the second capacity of man to remain calm and silent has been harnessed. Hence, yoga mainly emphasizes this second aspect. In Yoga Vasista, one of the best texts on yoga, the essence of yoga is beautifully portrayed thus: Manah Prashamana Upaya Yoga Ityabhidiyate. मनः प्रशमनोपाययोगः इत्यभिधीयते. Yoga is called a skillful trick to calm down the mind. It is an upaya, a skillful, subtle process and not a brutal, mechanical gross effort to stop the thoughts in the mind. An unskilled layman trying to repair a television or a television set is almost sure to spoil it, while an experienced and skillful person knows exactly on what to lay hands and to rectify the malfunctioning. He operates at the right place. Knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the key. Similarly, in the control of mind, a novice tries hard and gets disgusted when he finds himself more messed up, while yoga gives him the necessary techniques to operate at the right place at the right time to gain complete mastery over it. This skill is the trick of allowing the mind to calm down and not to use brutal force to stop it. In action, yoga is a special skill which makes the mind reaches its subtle state. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Yoga is dexterity in action. The dexterity is in maintaining relaxation and awareness in action. Relaxed action is the process efficiency in action in an outcome. Thus, yoga is a skillful science of gaining mastery over the mind. Yoga is normally and traditionally conjectured, popularly known as a process or a technique to reach the ultimate state of perfection. However, in the scriptures, yoga is also defined as the states of higher powers and potentialities and even as ultimate state of silence. Further, yoga is also described as the power of all creative endurance of creation itself. We'll now see how yoga is described as a state and power in various yoga and Upanishad texts. Yoga. Man leaps into higher states of consciousness and learns to stay and act tuned to these states. Yoga often refers to these subtle layers of casual states of our mind. योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते. Perform action, O Dhananjaya. Being fixed in yoga, renouncing attachments and staying even minded in success or failures. Eveniness is verily yoga. Such equanimity is called yoga. Tam yogamiti manyante stiramindriya dharanam. Tam yogamiti manyante stiramindriya dharanam. As per Kathopanishad. Yoga is the state in which all our indriyas are beheld steadily, that a state of mastery over senses and mind. Third one, Shruti vipratipanna te yada stasyati nischala समाधावचला बुद्धि तदा योगमवाप्यसि श्रुति विप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्यास्यति निश्चला समाधावचला बुद्धिस्तदा योगमवाप्यसि. When our mind will remain steadfast and unperturbed, even on hearing confusing and conflicting statements, then you will attain the state of yoga, samadhi. Samadhi. Thus, the subtle state of mind featured by steadiness is referred as yoga. Yoga is a state of great steadiness at emotional level, balance of concentration and detachment at mental level, and homeostasis at body level. It integrates the personality by bringing body mind coordination in a well balanced way. Let's come to the yoga, a power of creativity. विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कदय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम् विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कदय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्. Krishna, tell me once more in detail your powers of yoga and your glory. For I know no satisfy in hearing your nectar like words. I can never tire of hearing your nectar. Next one. न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुमनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्य मे योगमैश्वर्यम्. न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुमनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम्. But you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine vision. Behold my majestic opulence. Yoga as per Svetasvatara Upanishad. While practicing yoga, forms that appear like snow, smoke, sun, wind, fire, glow warm, lightning, crystal, or moon. Many precede the manifestation of Brahman. Thus, yoga is finally a process for elevating oneself through calming down the mind. Also, to achieve the very states of higher, subtle layers of mind and conceived as a creative power in man and that of the reality itself.